So good morning students. Today I will be taking, I am Engineer Kumar Harshavardhan and I will be taking your physics classes on behalf of Pride India Central School, Rajdhan. So basically today we will learn about to derive equation of motion by graphical methods. So today we will discuss two topics. This is the one is to derive the equation of motion by graphical method, and then second is the uniform circular motion. And by the end of this topic, this will cover the whole of your chapter, and the first chapter of motion will be completed. So let us see to derive the equation of motion by graphical methods. We have three equations of motion. First is V is equal to U plus AT. Second is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And third is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. We have these three equations of motion. This is the first, this is the second, and this is the third. And hence we will derive first this, then we will derive this, and then we will derive this, the three equations of motion. Okay? So now let us go through how to derive the equations of motion. Okay, I will be drawing a diagram here, and then I will explain it to you how to derive all the equations of motion. Okay, it will take some time, so therefore I will be drawing the diagram here and then explaining to you side by side. So this is the diagram which you have to look at. This is the velocity, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the time taken by the body, this is the velocity of the body, this is the initial velocity. Okay, this u is known as the initial velocity of the body. Then from here the body starts to move in uniform acceleration and reaches a point B. Okay, B to D is the B to C is the final velocity of the body. B to C is the final velocity of the body. OA is the initial velocity of the body. After reaching point A, the body travels in uniform acceleration, reaches point B. Okay, therefore point B to point C is the final velocity of the body. Okay, as you have learned, acceleration is nothing but final velocity minus initial velocity divided by the time taken. Okay, acceleration is that only. So we will now derive how to get these equations of motion. So let the look at the graph. Okay, let the initial velocity of the body be equal to u, which is nothing but OA. Let the initial velocity of the body be u, which is nothing but OA. Let the final velocity, this is v, let the final velocity of body be equal to v, which is nothing but BC, Therefore, now if I tell you what is BC, look at this figure and see what is BC. BC, we can write from the figure that BC is nothing but BD plus DC. BC is nothing but BD plus DC. Okay, so BC is what? We know that. Okay, we know that BC is the final velocity, which is V. So I'll put here V is equal to BD plus DC. What is DC? DC. Now we can write here DC is equal to OA. As you can see the figure, DC is nothing but DC is equal to OA. So from the figure, DC is equal to OA and OA is equal to what? U. Therefore, V is equal to BD plus OA. V is equal to BD plus OA is what? U. So now here we need to find BD. We need to find BD here. Okay. So up to this much, I think everything must be clear to you. Let the initial velocity is u. Let the final velocity be v. From the above figure, what is this? BC is nothing but BD plus DC. So we know that BC is the final velocity. Total this BC is the final velocity. Okay. Then V is equal to what? We'll put here BC is equal to V. V is equal to BD plus DC. This DC is equal to OA. OA is equal to U. Therefore, V is equal to BD plus OA. V is equal to BD plus U. Okay. Now we'll move on to the next step. I rub off this. All of you, please, you copy this down. Now we know that the slope of the velocity time, the slope of the velocity time graph gives us the acceleration A. Okay, the slope of the velocity time graph gives us the acceleration A. Therefore, we can write as ACC acceleration A is equal to what? BD divided by AD. BD divided by AD. Acceleration. This is equal to BD divided by AD or dA. So this implies that A is nothing but BD divided by AD. What is AD? AD, EB or OC is all equal to time T is equal to time T. Therefore, BD is equal to A into T and therefore BD is equal to AT. Okay? We know that from the slope that the velocity time graph slope gives us the acceleration. Therefore, acceleration is nothing but BD divided by AD. Okay? Therefore, A is equal to acceleration is equal to BD divided by AD. AD is nothing but equal to OC. Since AD is equal to, here we can write this, since AD is equal to OC is equal to T. So we will substitute in place of AD, we will substitute T and D is equal to AD into T, D is equal to AT. Okay? Therefore, we can say that what? V is equal to BD plus U. Therefore, V is equal to AT plus U. Therefore, V is equal to U plus AT. And hence, this is proved. To prove all the three equations of motion, we will use the same graph. We will use the same graph to prove all the three equations of motion. Okay. So now we will move on to the second equation of motion, that is S is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay. Now we need to prove S is equal to ut plus half at square, where S is nothing but S is equal to distance. Okay. So now let's suppose that the distance traveled by the body, the distance traveled by the body bs and time taken to travel the distance b equal to t, that is time t. Okay, so let's suppose that the distance traveled by the body be equal to s and the time taken to travel the distance be equal to time t. Okay, so what if you look at this figure? If you look at this figure, this is the initial velocity, then it has a uniform acceleration, this is the final velocity. So what is that? the distance traveled will be equal to, what is that? The distance traveled will be equal to OABC. Okay, area of figure OABC. Area of figure OABC. How we can write this OABC? What all can you see in this? See, if you look at the figure properly, OABC, you can see there is a rectangle here and there is a triangle here. So it's a mixture of triangle and rectangle. So it's a mixture of triangle and rectangle. So this we can write it as distance is equal to area of rectangle OADC, area of rectangle OADC plus area of triangle ABD, area of triangle ABD. This is triangle I have represented like this. Okay, ABD. So area of triangle OADC. So we need to find this separately. Okay, and we need to find this separately. Okay, till this I think everything might be clear to you. Okay, now I will rub this one. This is velocity. So if I go to find the first one, area of rectangle OADC, area of rectangle OADC. What is the area of a rectangle? Length into breadth. OA into AD is equal to OC. OC. What will be that? This is OA is U, OC is T. This is T. You can see here. T U into T. This implies that UT. Okay. Now I have to find area of triangle ABD. Okay. Now I have to find area of triangle ABD. So second case. Okay, this is C1. This is C2. Area of triangle ABD is equal to half into, see, this is the whole this is the whole rectangle. AEBD is the whole rectangle. You can see it here. We divide the rectangle into two equal halves. This is dividing the rectangle into two equal halves. है ना? One is ABD, the other is ABE. है ना? We are dividing the rectangle into two equal halves. See, one is, this is the whole rectangle AEBD. We are dividing the rectangle into two equal halves. First is ABD and the second is ABE. So half into area of rectangle AEBD, area of rectangle AEBD. Okay, this implies that half into, what is area of rectangle AEBD? Okay, half into area of rectangle AB, half into area of rectangle AEBD. So half into AD into BD. Okay, half into AD into BD. This implies that half into, what is AD? AD is nothing but equal to OC, which is equal to T into BD. BD is what we have found out in our previous this one. What is BD? Okay, BD is nothing but AT. We have found the value of BD in the previous proof. Okay, so this implies, this becomes half 80 square. So now we will write, what we will write? That what we need to find it? That the distance. What was the distance? That was area of rectangle OADC plus area of triangle this. So distance was area of rectangle OADC plus area of triangle ABD, area of triangle ABD. So we will put both these values here. So what we will get? Area of this. So we will get S is equal to UT, area of triangle OADC, UT plus this becomes here half 80 square, and hence this is proved. So now we will go on to prove the third equation of motion, that is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So now we need to prove the third equation of motion. This is the third equation of motion. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Okay. So how do we prove this using this figure? Now let us see that. Let the distance traveled by the body be S and time taken to cover the distance be equal to T. Okay. So let the distance traveled by the body be equal to S and the time taken to cover the distance be equal to T. So if you look at this figure, what we see, OA is the initial velocity, AB is the slope, that is called the accelerated, that is the motion in acceleration. Okay, na? Okay, accelerated motion here, and then BC is the final velocity. So what we see, that distance traveled will be equal to what? Area of, this is what, this is nothing but area of trapezium OABC, area of trapezium OABC. You might have studied in your mathematics, or you will study in the coming classes. I think in class 9 only you will study in mathematics about all these circles, quadrilaterals, trapeziums, है So area, distance traveled is nothing but area of trapezium OABC. See, so area of trapezium OABC is nothing but what? Distance traveled. This distance is what? Represented by S, will be equal to, what is the area of trapezium? How do we say what is the area of trapezium? Suppose we say area of a triangle, area of rectangle. What is the area of trapezium? Is nothing but sum of the parallel sides. We represent it by like this, parallel. Parallel. See, if I write parallel in mathematics, we represent by like this. If you put a double line, it becomes parallel. So sum of the parallel sides into the height divided by 2. What is it? Sum of the parallel sides into height divided by 2. So sum of the parallel sides is what? OA into BC. Sum of the parallel sides OA into BC. This is the parallel sides. Okay. Into height. What is the height for this trapezium? See, this is the trapezium. If you look it properly, you will see that if this is the parallel sides, then this is the height. If this is the parallel sides, then this is the height. See, in this figure you are seeing it like this. You might say that, sir, this, how come this be the height? And this is the base. So what is that? That is the base, means that is the perpendicular. If you just rotate this figure, okay, what will be this figure be? It will be like this. See, this will go upstairs. Okay, this will go upstairs. this will become OC, correct? This will become like this, then this will again fall like this, and this will become like this. Okay, so this is OC divided by 2. Okay, some of the parallel sides, these two are parallel sides, है ना? This and these are parallel sides, into height. This is the height, OC divided by 2. So this becomes what? S is equal to OA. What is OA? OA is nothing but U into what is BC? BC is nothing but V into what is OC? OC is nothing but T divided by 2. But what we need to find here is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So this T we don't need it here. ये जो T है ये हमें जरूरी नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि मुझे क्या निकालना है? V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. In this whole equation there is no T anywhere. कहीं पे भी T का जिक्र नहीं है, मतलब टाइम का कोई जिक्र नहीं है. तो हम क्या करेंगे? यहां से हम T को हटाएंगे. Do you remember the first equation of motion? What was the first equation of motion? Do you remember it? What was the first equation of motion? The first equation of motion was equal to V is equal to U plus AT. Is there? See, T is here. We can write AT is equal to V minus U. T is equal to V minus U divided by A. Simple mathematics, है ना? V is equal to U plus AT. AT is equal to V minus U. Therefore, AT is equal to V minus U. So T is equal to V minus U divided by A. Now this T, we will put it here. You get it? The value of this T, we will put it here. So what do we get? S is equal to U into V into, okay? I think this is this is U plus V, sorry. This is OA plus some of the parallel side, that is, this will be plus, it will not be into. Sorry, by mistake I got it into, because this is sum of the parallel sides. Sum means it will be addition. Sum of the parallel sides. This will be equal to sum of the parallel sides. Okay, this will not be cross, this will be plus, because that is not the multiplication of the parallel sides, but that is the sum of the parallel sides. Sum is the addition of the parallel sides. So OA plus BC, this implies S is equal to V plus U into T divided by 2, because I was feeling that something is not correct here. So U plus V into T. What is T? V minus U divided by A. What is this? Divided by 2. Okay, because U plus V into T, in place of T I have put V minus U divided by A, and 2 is already there. Okay, so now we will go further. S is equal to U plus V into V minus U divided by 2 into A becomes 2A. So S is equal to U into V, UV, U into U minus U square, V into V plus V square and minus UV divided by 2. Okay? Sorry. So what happens? Minus UV, this cancels out. This is 2A. So if I put this side, what we get? 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. V square plus V square minus U square. So this implies that V square is equal to, you will take this side, U square plus 2AS, and this has been proved. Okay, this proves that V square is equal to the third equation of motion, that is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So these are the three equations of motions that you really need to derive it if asked in the examination. So kindly just make this figure and then try to figure it out. you will get the answers yourself. If you once or twice try to do it, you will get the answers yourself, and it will be very easy for you. Just by looking at the figure, you can find out that all the three equations of motion. So next on, we'll be moving on to uniform circular motion.